Alright you guys, what is up? As always, thank you for clicking on the video. It is currently raining here in the IE. It's been raining all weekend. It's going to continue to rain. So I thought, why not finally make this video showing you guys my current collection. I did downsize quite a bit from the last 2 or 3 years. I sold a lot of things I regret selling. Nonetheless, I did want to show you guys what I currently have. As far as my recent pickups go, after the Purple Lobsters, I've only picked up the Origin 1s, the Spider-Man 1 shoes that came out. I did pay resale for those. The Pigeon Pandas are ugly as shit. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people like those shoes, but that was a weak-ass drop if you ask me. I understand the history behind it. It's a pigeon, yeah, whatever, but that was just a plain basic shoe. Yeah, I get the bottom of the shoe had this detail on it, but I'm sorry, it was kind of whack. Other than that, I'm looking forward to April due to the fact that we're supposed to get those Crimson Tint 1s that are dropping. I'm kind of on the fence with the Air Max 1 Grass Golf, I guess is what it's called. That's a wild shoe. It would definitely be something to hold it in hand. If I do pick up either of those things, I'll make sure that I get some type of footage for you guys to look at. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get right into showing you guys the collection now. I won't bother showing you guys the beaters or my everyday wears. Here we go. Alright, so I'll start it off with my most recent pickup, the Origin 1, the Spider-Man 1 shoe that came out for the animated movie that just dropped. Before I say anything else, the leather and quality of the shoe is amazing. I want to say it's probably top 5 of 2018 for sure. Picked them up for $230, did pay resale, but based on the prices they're going for now, I feel like I did a good job. Next up, I believe this pair released in 2017, I want to say. It was part of a safari pack. They did 4 different Prestos and 4 different sock darts. Alright, I have the Nike SB Dunk Low Monopoly here. This shoe pretty much started it all for me. This was the first shoe I ever bought at a resale price. Paid too much. I was new to the game. Didn't really know much about shopping around. I think I was like 17 or 18 when I bought this shoe. But yeah, one of my favorite SBs, an older version. And again, this shoe started it all for me. Next up, I have a SB Dunk Low Brooklyn Project. This is the non-branded pair. I was able to pick these up dead stock for 50 bucks, which was a steal to me at the time. I had to drive to Anaheim for them, but for $50, I was going to grab them either way. I picked these up and I think 2 other pairs. One of them I still have. I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, I got these for 50 bucks brand new. Alright, next up is another one of the Prestos that was part of that safari pack. I only picked the white pair up and this pair up. This shoe kind of gave me Spider-Man vibes. Red's my favorite color. And that gold swoosh just pretty much put it over the top for me. Again, picked these up for retail at Bait. I was pretty pissed off though, honestly, because like I think a month later, every single shoe from that drop was like at least 30 to 40% off. So if I would have waited a little bit, I could have saved a lot of money. Next up is, I believe, the 2014 or 2015 Valentine's Day Dunk Low. To me, this is the last Valentine's Day dunk that they made, that was worth picking up. I haven't wore it yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll wear it this February. But yeah, red again, my favorite color. You can't really see it, but the white midsole, the toe box, and the heel, it's like cracked leather. So that was a nice touch on them. We all know what this is. This is the Ugly Christmas Sweater Concepts Collab Dunk. I forgot what year it was made in, but this shoe, as soon as I seen it, I knew I had to have it. I only wear it in December for obvious reasons, but I did trade 3 pairs for this one shoe. At the time, a size 12 was going for like 400 bucks, I think. There was no way I was going to spend $400 on them. I traded 2 GR Dunks for them and a pair of those ugly ass Asteroid Foamposites at a dunk exchange at the Staples Center. Alright, next up is a Premier collab. This is the Northern Light High Dunk. They did make a low pair. The low pair was branded. I had 2 pairs of the branded, of the low top. And those are 2 of the shoes I regret selling. One I had that I would wear The other pair was dead stock. I don't remember why I sold them. I kept this one. I regret not keeping at least one of the branded pairs. Alright, this is definitely one of my summertime favorites. It's Puma Suede, a classic silhouette. They did do a collab with Pink Dolphin. They released at the Pink Dolphin store on Fairfax. I did go out to that drop, picked them up. They were $90. I had the blue pair, but I destroyed those. I think I wore them out somewhere, and being that they were all suede, I didn't even bother, and I don't know where the blue pair is at now. Now this Dunk High was a collab with a homegrown skate shop. I think they were out of North Carolina. I forgot, but a dope shoe. Quality on them was on point. Rope laces, one of my favorite touches. But yeah, really clean shoe. I think it was a 2015 release. 2015 or 2016, I forgot, but clean shoe. So this shoe has definitely seen better days. I don't think you can tell as much, but this is just one of those shoes that I would wear to go out, not expecting to drink, but I end up drinking and they just get ruined, stepped on, stuff splashed all over them. But I mean, I have done a good job at cleaning them. I haven't worn them in quite a bit, but for some reason, every time I wear these shoes, they get dirty, they get messed up. So this was the Space Jam that released, I think, at the beginning of 2017. Next up is the Win Like 96 Jordan 11. I think this also released last year. Alright, so this is another one of those shoes that kind of gave me homegrown vibes. This shoe released before the homegrown shoe. Another really clean shoe as far as the suede and the nubuck on the shoe. It has the rope laces, but this was a collab with Acapulco Gold. The main reason for me picking this shoe up was because of the AG on the heel. Those are my initials, so I had to get those. Blue and orange. I'm a Bronco fan, so again, just this shoe pretty much worked out well for my likings. There is the Purple Lobster that just released this past month. I don't know if you guys seen my last video, but I pretty much made a short video on this shoe. The board shop I picked them up at pretty much charged over retail. Was trying to charge almost 500 bucks for them for the last two pairs they had left. But yeah, that was kind of bullshit. But again, I'm glad I was able to pick them up, and I'm glad I have the shoe in hand now. Alright, I have another Dunk High here. This shoe I actually picked up along with the Brooklyn Project Low. Again, I picked it up dead stock for 50 bucks. The colorway is one of my favorites, red and white. Can't go wrong with that. Just the scruffed up material on the shoe all the way around, I think was a pretty dope touch. This one's definitely in my top 5. It's just a GR, no hype, but it's a real clean shoe once you have it on foot. Now this shoe right here, the 2014, I believe, either 2014 or 2015 BHM Black History Month Dunk Low. This is definitely in my top 2. It would be number 1 if the Chinese New Year of the Horse shoe didn't exist. But just a real clean shoe. The suede on the front, that leather in the middle, and the nubuck on the heel. The colorway is just dope to me. I undead stocked this pair this past November at ComplexCon. But again, at one point I had like 3 pair of these shoes. I have another pair that I wear every day. That one's beat, but again, this shoe is definitely in my top 2 when it comes to the Nike SB Dunk line. This shoe right here was a Dunk. It's not a SB, it's just a Nike Dunk. I picked this shoe up, I think, for 50 bucks used at a SneakerCon in LA a few years ago. It is part of a 3-pack. Now, the main reason for picking this shoe up is it just looks different, and the Velcro, the swoosh comes off, the Nike tab on the tongue comes off, and I just thought it was a real dope shoe, and it's just a different colorway all the way around. Here is the Nike SB Dunk, the Diamond that just released. Quickly, I just want to give a shout out to King's Board Shop in Montclair. I've been shopping there for years now. I won the raffle for this shoe, and everything they've ever had hyped, they've never ever not once charged above retail. At least in my personal experiences, I have picked up a couple things from them. I have won a couple raffles for hyped items, and they've never overcharged me for anything. So I mean, that's good business, and that's why I continue. Alright, next up is the Katrina 3. I think it was named the Hall of Fame. I don't know the story behind this shoe or the names. I just refer to it as the Katrina 3. I recently seen it named as the Hall of Fame. Again, I'm not sure what the correct name is for it, but another red and white colorway. Simple shoe, simple 3. Had to pick it up for the red. Other than that, I pretty much wear this shoe to the gym now because it didn't really hold up well when I would try to keep it clean and wear it out. This is the Concord 11 that dropped in December, this past December. The first time I've ever owned a Concord. I've never, had the pair before, due to the fact that I wasn't gonna pay, upwards of $300 for a pair in my size. Glad I picked them up. I was kind of on the fence about them at first, but once you have it in hand and try it on, it's just a classic shoe that you could pretty much wear with anything. Alright, this is the Court Purple 1. Just released this past year as well, along with the Pine Green, which I'm still on the hunt for. I actually am probably going to buy it within the next 2 weeks. I did find someone selling a size 11.5, which I can fit for $180. That's only 20 bucks over retail, so I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't even know why I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet, but I'll have those pretty soon. But again, Court Purple, the ones are probably one of my favorite silhouettes. At first, I did not like them. I didn't mess with them. I respected them and what they did for, the shoe game in general. But until I got my first pair of ones, which were the top 3 ones, I didn't like them. But ever since then, I try to pick every single one up that I can. And again, the purple, just a different color, something you don't see every day. So, is the Cement 4, which I picked up, I think, the last time they dropped, which was, I believe, 2015 with the Nike Air on the heel. I've worn these shoes quite a lot over the past couple years, the past 3 years now. I've worn them to a lot of Dodger games. They are starting to yellow, but again, another classic shoe that I just couldn't pass up on and that I still have till this day. Here's the Bread Toe 1 that released last year, I believe the middle of the year. Again, it's pretty much almost the same thing as a Bread 1. The only difference is that middle panel there. It's white. Again, another clean shoe, another clean colorway. Yeah, I know that it's a minor change, it's a minor difference, but again, I had to pick it up. I did pay resale for these as well, but I don't think I did too bad on the resale price. Here is the Toro 4. One of my favorite, I think, just Jordans overall. Not the fact that it's a 4, but just the colorway. Again, red is my favorite color. I just brought these back to life, I think, last week. They were beat, they were destroyed, and they look almost brand new again. Again, another one of those times where I wore them out. I shouldn't have. I knew I shouldn't have, but I ended up getting stuck wearing them. But yeah, Toro 4, Raging Bull, Toro Bravo, whatever you want to call them. Definitely top 5 Jordans due to the colorway, in my opinion. Alright, so here's the top 3 1. Again, this is the first Jordan 1 I ever picked up. This shoe pretty much made me fall in love with the 1 silhouette as a whole. I picked it up due to the colorway. I just thought it was different. I liked it at the time, and I got really lucky with these. On release day, I didn't pick them up because, again, I wasn't a fan of the 1. I liked the color, but I didn't really try to pick them up on release day. I think like 2 weeks after, someone in one of the shoe groups I'm in on Facebook decided to let them go for retail. 2 weeks after, I think, and prices had already went up. Resellers were already pretty much taking over the market with the shoe. As soon as I saw that for retail, I picked them up. I had to have them, and pretty much after that, I just tried to get every one after that because, again, it's my favorite Jordan now of all time. So that shoe pretty much leads me to the Bread 1. Shortly after actually not even shortly after, because it took me a long time to come to the point where I was like, okay, you know what, I'll spend the money for this Bread. They had them for $400 at a local consignment shop. I took 2 pairs in to trade towards them, and I think I covered the rest. I only came out like $220 out of my pocket. But to this day, right now, this is probably the most expensive, or probably the most I've paid for a shoe that you know, they were 400 bucks. It's the most I've paid for a shoe ever. I don't know if I'll ever top it, but if I do, yeah, I can't even think of a shoe right now that I'd come out of. Maybe no, because the Undefeated 97 collab isn't 400 bucks, but that's probably going to be the next most expensive shoe I buy. It's still a shoe that I've been wanting. Anyway, this is the Bred One, the 2016 Bred One. Probably the most classic shoe ever. If it wasn't for this shoe, then I wouldn't have everything else I've showed you guys up until this point. True Blue 3, picked this up on the release date, did camp out for these. Another pickup from WSS. Another shoe that I've worn heavy to Dodger games. It's seen better days. This is another shoe that I've actually also started wearing to the gym. But yeah, True Blue 3 with the Nike Air on the heel. Last but not least, the Chinese New Year Year of the Horse SB Dunk High. This is probably my favorite shoe, my favorite dunk of all time. Definitely the number one behind the in front of the BHM dunk that I showed you guys earlier. Again, I'm a big fan of the red. I wear this shoe a lot, or not a lot, but I've only ever probably worn this pair once or twice outside of my birthday. This is another shoe at one point I had 3 pairs of. I don't remember, I honestly don't know why I sold the pair that I would wear regularly. Regret that. But again, this shoe I've only worn about 2 or 3 times. I've had it for a while now. But again, this is probably my favorite. This is my favorite dunk of all time. Favorite shoe. I was heavy into SBs when I first started collecting, when I first started buying, just because they were a lot cheaper than one pair of Jordans. With 220 bucks, with 200 bucks alone, I could get like 2, maybe 3 pairs sometimes of some older SBs. So, you know, I would buy all my stuff. I worked for my own shoes. My parents weren't able to really afford Jordans like that. So when I first started out, I was real heavy into SBs, real heavy into dunks, which is why, you know, no matter what, I'll always love SB dunks as a whole, regardless of them, you know, not making good stuff anymore. But I really respect the SB dunks, and pretty much the shoes that started my collecting for me. Alright guys, so that pretty much rounds up my current collection at the moment. Again, I don't have as many pairs as I used to have. I did downsize quite a bit, but I do want to go ahead and show you guys how I keep track of my current collection and what it's worth at the moment. So I came across this feature on accident one day, just, you know, messing around with the GOAT app. So you can go ahead and open up GOAT. Obviously you have the Buy Now tab, the Trending tab, a release calendar, you have a search bar. But if you have your own profile and you're logged in, you can go to, you get these 3 tabs up top: Want, Own, and Storage. So Want is pretty much things you list there that you're interested in purchasing soon, or whenever you're ready to buy it. You can pretty much keep track of what it's at, the last sale price of the shoe. But what I use is the Own feature. So pretty much on this tab, you keep track of all the shoes you currently have. You know, the size, how many of that pair you have, and then it'll give you the top offer, meaning the highest offer made on the shoe at the moment, and the last sale price, the last time the shoe actually sold for what price. So again, this is what I use just to keep track of what I currently have, how many sneakers I have, and the value of your current collection. Obviously, it's not going to be accurate just because the market and value is different everywhere you go. I mean, for example, this Court Purple top offer shows $250, meaning someone's offered $250, and if any seller is willing to accept that offer, they'll sell it for that offer, for that price, $250. And then you have other things here where someone has offered $250 for a Spider-Man shoe, but the last actual sale that was made sold for $440. Obviously, it varies by size, and again, it's not completely accurate. The market is different, value is different everywhere you go, and depending on who you deal with. So again, just wanted to show you guys this feature. After pretty much adding up all these prices, either using the top offer or the last sale price, my current collection is valued at $6,515. Again, not much, not bad, I guess, for my current collection. Some people have like triple, quadruple that. But again, just thought I'd share this with you so that maybe you wanted to keep track of, you know, your current collection and probably get a good estimate of, you know, what your collection's valued at. So again, thank you for watching the video. Other than that, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at curatedby_AG, and I will see you guys on the next video.